All right, guys. So before I get going explaining, how we're going to proceed with the project and how everything's going to work, I just want to let you guys know that I miss you, and I'm really sorry that we're not going to be able to finish out the project as we had originally planned. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been affected by the way things are going with our world right now, and I just want to let you guys know that I'm here for you. And if there are any moments throughout this project where you need help with any of it, I really want you to reach out to me. And you can reach out to me with my Google Hangouts link and my office hours, which Mr. Nightingale sent out in a document earlier, or you can also email me at any time, and I'll get back to you. At the end of this video, I'll go ahead and walk through my office hours with you and when I'll be available and how to get a hold of me and all that stuff. But I just want you guys to know that I'm here for you and I want to help you throughout this process. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and kind of get into the project, and I'm going to explain how everything's going to work. So, when we left off for break, we learned about the Holocaust, we learned about Nazi Germany, we learned about concentration camps, we learned about the ghettos that the Jews were put into during the Holocaust before they were sent off to concentration camps, and how they had to hide from the Nazis and all that kind of stuff, right? But we did not get into the Diary of Anne Frank, which is a play that we were going to read about. It's based on the actual Diary of Anne Frank, who was a young Jewish girl who lived through the Holocaust. We were going to read that play and study it and learn about the themes, the things that history as well as that play teaches us about life. Okay, but since we are not together, I'm not going to ask you to read the play, but what I am going to ask you to do is to watch the play. Okay, and so you guys are already on checkpoint one, right? Because you're listening to this video, and hopefully you guys saw on checkpoint one that I'm asking you to answer just a couple of these critical thinking questions real quick. So after I'm done talking, I want you to respond to question number one and tell me which of the themes that we talked about in the lecture, which one seemed the most interesting to you, and I'll talk in a second about how those themes will work. So do that, and then after you've done that, tell me what outline you're going to use to prepare for the final product. Okay, and I'll explain that as well in just a second. So anyway, so once you're ready to watch the play, once you've completed checkpoint one, you'll click on checkpoint two, and you'll click here, and you'll stop here and look at the directions. And basically, what the directions say is you're going to pick a theme. Okay, and for those of you that don't remember, a theme is the life lesson that you learn through a story. Okay, so not so for example, a theme is not something like surviving in the wilderness. For example, like Hatchet kind of teaches you that. Remember, we read Hatchet at the beginning of the year. However, a theme of Hatchet would be one must always persevere through times of adversity. See, that's different. That is a life lesson rather than a practical lesson. Okay, so therefore, some themes associated with the play, the Diary of Anne Frank, would be something like we must be thankful for what we have, especially in times of struggle. The effects of war are felt most deeply by young people, or there is hope even when things appear to be hopeless. So what you'll do after you watch, you'll pick one of these themes and you'll write a analytical paragraph about how the story portrays that theme, or how the story reveals that theme, or teaches you that lesson. Okay, and if you don't like any of these themes and you want to create your own theme and write about your own theme, great. I would ask though, if you're going to do that, if you're going to pick number four, just email me that theme and we'll have a conversation about it, what you're going to do, and then we'll move on from there. So whatever you want to do. So you can either pick one of these three or you can come up with your own. Also, before you start watching the play, you need to go ahead and look through these characters, this character list, real quickly. Otto Frank is Anne Frank's dad. Okay, Edith Frank is Anne Frank's mother. Margot or Margot, you can say it either way, is Anne's older sister. And of course, we know Anne Frank is, right? She's a little girl whose diary, we still study today. She's a little girl who lived through the Holocaust, or experienced the Holocaust, I should say. Mr. Van Dan, okay, is a business partner of Mr. Franks, and he and his family, which is his wife and his son, they are all hiding with Mr. Frank's family in an attic, hiding from the Jews, and the Nazis. And there are some other characters as well, but those are the main ones you need to be worried about. So, Meep and Mr. Kraler, they are the people who are hiding the two families, and then Mr. Ducell, he joins the Franks and the Van Dans later on while they've been hiding, because he himself is a Jew and needs to hide from the Nazis. So basically, all these people are hiding in an attic together, hiding from the Nazis, who, if they're caught, they'll be taken to concentration camps. And if you'll recall from our first day learning about this project, was not a place anybody wanted to be. They're very, very sad and terrible places. So anyway, once you've done all that, you will watch the play, which you can access it with this link right here. And then afterwards, you will move on to the outline. And just like always, guys, you'll pick mild, medium, or spicy. Just pick the one that you had last time. So if in the last project you had a medium outline, pick it. If the last time you had a mild outline, pick that one. If the last time you had a spicy outline, pick that one. Just whatever you had last time. And just like I said before, what the goal of the project is for you to create a short analytical paragraph explaining how the play reveals the theme that you chose. Okay, and you will choose a theme in checkpoint 2. That's where you'll first be exposed to those themes. I think that's everything, guys. So if you have any trouble at all, like I said, please reach out to me. If there's something I forgot to explain or didn't do a very good job of explaining, email me, get on Google Hangouts, whatever you need to do to get some help. So